Have you ever felt like you're drowning in a sea of struggles with no lifeline inside? As women, we often wear many hats. We act as caregivers, breadwinners, partners, friends. But what happens when the weight of these responsibilities become too much for us to bear? Hello everybody, today I want to talk about a topic that is often stigmatized but desperately needs to be addressed. What happens when a woman is desperate financially, emotionally, and or physically? Did you know that more women are likely to live in poverty than men? Yes, according to the World Bank, 1 out of 3 women worldwide live on less than $1.9 a day. I've been there too, trust me, struggling to make ends meet, juggling with multiple jobs, and still barely scraping by. It's a vicious cycle that can leave you feeling hopeless, helpless, and even desperate. But it's not just about the money oftentimes, it's about the dignity, the self-worth, and the freedom that comes with financial stability. As the saying goes, a woman's strength is not in her physical power, but in her emotional resilience. Now, what happens when that resilience is tested to the limit? When a woman is desperate emotionally, she may feel like she's losing herself, her dignity, and her sense of purpose. I've seen it in my own life and in the lives of so many women around me. The tears, the anxiety, the feelings of inadequacy. It's a silent struggle, trust me, that can be just as debilitating as any physical illness. But the desperation doesn't stop there. When a woman is desperate physically, her body begins to pay the price. She may neglect her own health, skip meals, or sacrifice sleep just in order to care for others. I've seen many women around who have given up their own dreams, their own desires, and their own well-being just to put food on the table or to care for a loved one. It's a sacrifice that can have devastating consequences, from chronic illnesses to mental health problems to breakdowns. But here is the thing, desperation is not a sign of weakness, trust me, it's a sign of strength. It takes courage to admit it when we're struggling, to ask for help, and to seek for support. And yet, we often hide behind masks of perfection, afraid to show our vulnerability, afraid to admit that we're not okay. It's time to break that stigma, to shatter the shame, and to create a safe space for women to share their struggles without fear of judgment or rejection. So, what can we do? We can start by maybe listening, by believing, and by supporting each other. We can create a community that uplifts us, that empowers us, and that celebrates women in all their strength and vulnerability. If you're struggling, know that you're not alone. There are resources available. There are people who care, and there is hope. Don't be afraid to reach out, to ask for help, and to seek for support. You are worthy of love, of care, and of compassion, not just from others, but from yourself. When a woman is desperate financially, emotionally, and physically, it's not just a personal problem, it's a societal issue. It's time for us to come together, to raise our voices, and to demand for change. Let's create a world where women can thrive, where they can live with dignity, and where they can reach their full potentials. Join me in this conversation, share your own story, and let's break the silence around desperation. Together, we can create a brighter, more compassionate, and equitable future for all women. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.